My neighbor sent me a picture she saw of a wreath that she liked. So I'm not going to copy it, but I'm going to definitely use it for inspiration, to give her something that she likes. And before I get started, let me introduce myself. I'm Julie Samako with Southern Charm Wreaths, where we make beautiful wreaths and teach you how to make and sell them. I'm also a business coach and mentor to creative entrepreneurs through my Success Circle membership group. And I'm teaching you the art of wreath making through my group, my wreath making month of the club. So that's a lot. I needed to get my intro in there. So if you are new to my Facebook page, welcome. I'm usually this crazy. I'm usually this discombobulated. But you just have to just give me a few minutes and I'll start to get into the groove of things. All right, so this is a bush that's an evergreen bush, and it's, you know, plastic silk flowers have come a long way over the years, haven't they? I remember back in the day, which, you know, I'm a young thing, so it was, I'm thinking my mom's age. I'm thinking my mom's back in the day, not mine. The silk flower, the plastics were not that, you know, that good quality and stuff. But now plastics are really, really good. You can bend them. They look real. I'm going to see how far I can go out. They look real. They even take the time to put some type of a darker paint so that the veins of the leaves come out, and so that's kind of cool. I just like it. All right, I get asked this all the time. I needed to remember to paste that in there, and the link. I use green Lee wire cutters. Yes, Jane, I am a busy lady, and I'm trying to get over a cold. All right, so we've got one bush that I just, you know, snipped off on one side, and then the other one. Okay, this is the wreath that I'm going to use. And we want it to go, you know, just part of it. We want it to swag. So I'm trying to see, I'm going to have to cut this off too. This is going to be a long gluing wreath video. I'm going to, let's cut some of these price tags off. And get my glasses on. Sometimes I like to keep them together, and sometimes I separate them. So I wanted to see exactly. So some of this one I probably could keep. You know what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to cut off the paper that wraps the stems together, and I want to see if I can keep them longer. So you guys, did you see how I did that? I just slit, it's wrapped in paper all together, all the stems, and if you slit it open, you could see all of the longer stems, and that's what I wanted. I wanted to try to get some longer stems. So I'm going to use these instead of cutting them short. And if you guys would do me a favor and share this video, that would be great. Hey, Miss Josie, welcome. Thank you, Miss Jane. I try, girl, I try. Okay. I'm trying to think about this for a minute because I've never made this wreath before. Don't you love it when I come on here and try to teach you something that I've never done before? It's kind of what I do with my Wreath of the Month Club. Sometimes I get on there and I've not done it before, but they like to hear me go through my thinking process of how and why I decide to do something. So I'm making a wreath hanger right now. I'm cutting this 15 inches long. This is called rustic wire. And then I'm just going to make a hook out of this. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see, but I'm just going to try. Sometimes it's hard with these grapevine wreaths. I'm going to just put some of the wire through the grapevine to make the hanger. And if you guys, if you enjoy these videos, make sure to subscribe to my email list at southerncharmwreaths.com/blog. And there's a place for you to subscribe, and it will I'll send these videos right to your mailbox. So if you miss something, you know, go on vacation or you forget to tune in, don't worry, the very next week I'll just email it to you. Okay, so we have a wreath hanger. Okay, I think with this one I'm going to go ahead and do the bow, because the bow seems to be the biggest part of the wreath. And this is going to be, it says a burlap, it's a linen, I think it's a linen, I think that's what it's called, a linen ribbon. Gladys, yeah, I make a hanger for all of the wreaths. I think it's just something that. Okay, this is a tricky bow. I just think it's just something that, you know, my customers are going to want. They're going to want to put be able to hang it up. So I made a 13-inch loop, and this time I'm going to twist it. You know, sometimes I don't twist it, but this time I'm going to twist it because I'm only putting in 3 loops. Might do a little longer. Let me see. All right. So I'm going to do 14-inch loop, or measure out 14-inch, and then I'm going to create my loop. But you see how I just place it up there and try to figure out what I want. Then I twist it, and I'm going to do another 14-inch. Did I say 14 or 13? Now I can't remember. I'll just pull it up this way to make sure they're even, and they're not, so I pull it out. And then I'm going to twist, and then I'm going to measure out 14 inches again. Pinch and twist. Okay, so this, I want this hanger, this ribbon streamer to be pretty long. So I'm going to cut that there. And then I'm going to add another tail. I'm thinking I need another loop. So I might just go ahead and add a loop right there. not a fourth loop. See, you guys, I have to just like eyeball it and see what I like. Okay, cut that there. And then I'm going to tie it off with floral wire. I'm blurry. Christina says I'm blurry. Everybody says I'm blurry? Huh, it looks clear on my iPad. Christina says it's cleared up now. Okay. I'm just not loving this bow. We'll see how it goes though. I'll put it up there and see if I like it. Let me see. All right, people are saying it's clearing up. Hopefully I will be blurry. All right. So then I'm just going to take the wire and I'm going to stick it through the grapevine pieces. I don't want to wrap it around the wreath. I just want to put it through a few pieces. If you wrap it around the wreath, it makes the wreath real tight, and then you won't be able to get your other picks in. We'll see if I like this. I'm not sure yet. I'm thinking the bow might not be stiff enough, this ribbon. I don't think I have any other burlap. And then I'm just going to cut it short on the back, the wire. And then I'm going to cut off the dovetail, the ends of the ribbons, the ribbon streamers. Just fold it in half and then cut it at an angle. And I'm not sure about this one yet. I'm probably going to trim it even smaller. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is start just gluing in some of my greenery, okay? And I think I need some florist wire. Hi, Miss Diane, welcome. Welcome to the group. No, I'm not in the group. I am in on the Facebook page. Hi, Miss Sharon. So you guys have any plans for this weekend? Are you doing anything fun and exciting? I'm taking Miss Kay to Myrtle Beach. We're gonna for a dance thing. I'm just gonna place things on there right now to make sure I like the placement first before I commit to the hot glue. That's a that's one of my biggest tips. Nothing worse than having to pull something out that you've already hot glued in. That beeping is my smoke detector. I forgot to turn that off. What happened is we disconnected the service on it and it won't stop beeping now. We have to hit, you know, keep hitting one of the star buttons or something like that to get it to stop beeping, and it's the pain. We need to just, I'm ready to just sometimes rip that thing out. So you see how I'm just placing the greenery up there to see if it's what I like. And I work with each little plant on its own. So first I'm going to work with the fern. I'll be placing all of the fern on, and then I'll come back in and do, when I like that, I'll go in and I'll hot glue it. And then I'll come back and do another plant. And when I like that, I'll come back and hot glue it. It does drive me nuts, Laura. Drives me bonkers. I'm loving this fern. I got this at Carolina Pottery. Oh, you know what? I think they have a location at Myrtle Beach. Maybe I will check it out while I'm there. I hope you guys can hear me okay. Are you putting floral picks? No, not this time. Gwen, I'm not. I'm putting, not, the stems are pretty thick, so I'm not putting them on. All right, so now I've got just little pieces. All right, I think I'm going to put these on. All right, let me just see real quick. Okay. Let me check. I'm going to see if I have more fern, because it would be nice if I had some more. What are you doing, Jasper? And this is a different plant, so I can't separate it, I don't think, like I did before. Do you guys ever have when you're making wreaths and stuff, or even crafting, do you find a hard time like trying to locate what you just had? And sometimes it's like staring at you right in the face, but you just can't see it. I'm always like that. I try to put things back exactly after I use it, but it doesn't always work like that. I can't be the only one. All right, so I'm just ripping the paper off of the bottom so that I can get them a little bit longer stems to work with on the wreath. And these are bound by wire, and I'm just going to cut that, or actually untwist it. And then separate them. And here's another one. a long time. Okay, it's a little gummy. And now I'm getting to the wire part. Untwist it. There's another one! Oh my heavens. Whoever makes this does a good job. I could just cut them short and use wood picks, but I'm trying not to. Sometimes when you have to use a lot of wood picks in one area of the wreath, it just fills it up. When you put a lot of wood picks like right here in that area, it just gets it real tight, real, a lot of glue and stuff real tight in there. So I was trying not to do that. Okay, so now we have some of these longer ones that I can stick down. I want some going all the way down the side. So some of them are going, they're not actually even under the ribbon, they're to the side of it. They're coming in like about 4 inches down. And then I could come back in with some of the smaller ones and fill it in that way. You guys following me so far? That's looking good. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. I feel confident that I like the shape that I'm going with. I'm still probably going to cut this one, and I might do something with that one. I'm not sure yet. Might do it up like that. I'm going to keep the ribbons long until the very end, and then I'll figure out what I'm going to do. So right now, all I'm going to do is just go through and hot glue so far what I have, what I've placed in. And I'm going with the grain of the wreath. So I'm not sticking it down like that. I'm sticking it in like that, around the wreath. Now, if the hot glue melts some of these stems, well, we would have to put a wood pick on it. And then I know what I'm going to need. I'm going to get some moss. It's just a box of, some sheet moss. And whenever you see some glue that's probably going to be showing, you could just put a little bit of sheet moss on there to cover it up. So I think it was like in the 70s here. The high on Monday was like 30s. Today it was in the 70s. This crazy South Carolina weather. I'm working on some of the thinner, smaller ones to fill in. Let's see if you can see. So the longer two I had to put way down to try to give it length on the side. And now I'm just going back in and filling in with some of the smaller green ferns, the little pieces of it. Oh my gosh, Christina, your kids just went back to school from the snow? Oh, that's crazy. I know you're probably going crazy. Why use floral tape on some and not the others? The ones that I used the floral tape were a lot of little pieces. They were somewhat taped together, but remember I took off the tape to separate it, and I wanted some to stay together, and they were already pretty much taped together, so I just reinforced it. It was starting to come untaped, and I just reinforced it with some more tape just to keep it together, so that you know, as one piece going in. Because when you start to use a lot of glue on a grapevine wreath, especially, it gets real thick, and it's hard to see. Like this one it's pretty much taped up here, but it's not taped at the bottom. You can see them like going out that way, like roots. And I'm just going to tape them together to keep them. I want to keep them all together. So it's just one stem going in and not all, you know, a lot of them. If you tape if you hot glue the grapevine wreath and a lot of, you know, it tends to be hard to get more picks in because you've already glued them together. But we've hot glued all of this in. And now I'm going to go back in and I'm going to start adding even more greenery that I need to add with a pick, because they're a little bit thinner than the previous ones that I added. Thanks, guys. I'm glad you guys are finding me. Sorry about that. And then what I did when I was trying to get it started again, the video, I had it turned the wrong way. And apparently you can't turn it again once you've started it. So then I had to fix that. So thanks for coming back in. Live and learn, right, you guys? Don't you just love technology? You know, it's come a long way, I have to say. It's amazing what we could do with our phones nowadays, isn't it? That I am filming on my phone, coming to you live all across the world. No pressure or anything, right? No pressure. All right, so you do see how I'm putting picks on the end of them? I'm just going to go through and put some picks on the ends of these so that I could stick them in there. Maybe you guys could ask me some questions while I'm doing this, and I'll glance down to see. Oh, thanks, Kyle. Is it Kyle or Kylie? Carol from Alabama in the house. Yay, thank you, Lori Ann. Oh, yeah, Shelly's saying technology's not great all the time, especially when the kids are sitting beside each other on the sofa, and you know, don't you love it when they text each other? Like, really? Just today I didn't cook. I try to cook every night, but I didn't cook tonight because I knew I was doing Facebook Live and just was running late and stuff. And so on the way home from taking Miss Kay to dance, we got some, you know, Chick-fil-A. I love Chick-fil-A. So we got some Chick-fil-A, and we were sitting in the kitchen eating, and she had somebody on FaceTime the whole time. I was like, what? How interesting are we that that poor child was probably bored watching our family eat Chick-fil-A. But the kids, with their technology and their phones. Yay, I'm back, Miss Jane. I had some technology issues. And I tell everyone to stay off of Wi-Fi while I'm doing the video so that I don't, you know, get knocked off from them, from the kids. All right, let's see. I think I just need a few more. I'm trying to get some of the longer ones. And if you don't have enough room for a floral pick at the end, I'm just trimming off some of the leaves to give me room for the floral pick. No, Christina, you didn't miss much. It went out when I was in the middle of hot gluing part, but I had already put it up there, so I didn't really do anything else. Now all I'm doing is putting some floral picks on the ends of some of these other greenery pieces that are thinner. Will I be adding flowers? No, June, I will not. This is a winter wreath for my neighbor. And she sent me an image of something that she wanted, and there are no flowers. She just wants greenery and a burlap bow. What kind of greenery is that? I seriously don't know. It's just green plastic. I don't know if that helps. I got it at Carolina Pottery. It's probably something from Allstate. If you've got wholesale license, I think it's an Allstate product. Allstate really does have some really good greenery. How often do I do video tutorials? This is so cool. Hey, Kristen. Welcome to my page. I try to do them every Thursday at 7:30, and some are long and some are short. But the longer ones are usually 7:30 on Thursday, 7:30 Eastern. All right, so now that I've got some of these or that are, you know, have floral picks on them, I'm going to just start gluing them in. And what this is going to do is it's going to add another color of green. Another leaf shape. So it adds a lot of texture and interest. Are you guys getting sick a lot at your house? I'm telling you what, we've just been hit. I'm trying to get this in. Here's one I forgot to glue in apparently. Let's glue that back in. Yes, ma'am, this is a grapevine wreath. If you're just joining me, we're making a grapevine wreath with a bunch of greenery on it for a winter door. You know, I get asked a lot of times what to put on their door. You know, my customers are asking me all the time, what do I put on my door for winter? And I tell them whatever you typically find in nature is what will work well with the door for your front door. You know, if you find a lot of, you know, there's a lot of greenery and evergreen, so that will work. Burlap always works really well for winter. Snow-themed wreaths work well for winter. What else? Oh, burlap, I said that. A lot of, you know, you could put, if you could add, you know, a wreath that matches your house colors. And you see how I make sure to shape the leaves to the shape that I want them. Waiting on the winter. We had some really cold weather here earlier this week, but now it's 70, so I'm with you. I like the winter. I like, we don't get too many cold weather, you know, snaps here in the South Carolina. Let's see what else I have. I have some of this, looks like a boxwood. I could probably use some of that. Floral cabbage would be pretty, wouldn't it? Yes, I think that would be real pretty. Right, I think somebody's asking the question about floral foam. I didn't put a floral foam in. I'm just putting everything inside the grapevine wreath. So I'm just going to keep putting some of the greenery here and there around. Don't forget your back, you know, on top of the bow. We want some there. I got most of this greenery today, or for this wreath, I got at Carolina Pottery. North Carolina representing. Welcome. Welcome to the Facebook group. The Facebook page. I'm Julie Samaka with Southern Charm Wreaths, and we are making a winter wreath that actually, this really it takes you into spring, doesn't it? Just going to put a little bit more, and then probably going to be done. I don't think it needs much more. I use, this is I think a Shore Bonder glue gun. Somebody's asking about that. And if I don't know if you guys heard me when I was saying it, and then I think the video went dead. But if you like making wreaths and you're interested in learning the art of wreath making, you can join me in my Wreath Making of the Month Club. And every month I give a new video tutorial. And this month I taught them how to make a winter wreath with it's like a snow theme. And then on the 20th, I'll be making I'm trying to figure out where I want this ribbon, this one down here. On the 20th, I'll be doing a Facebook Live video showing them how to make another wreath, a farmhouse wreath. Let's see, maybe I want to go on top of the greenery. Looks good. So now I need a floral pick. So wherever I've decided I want to put the ribbon, I pinch it, all right, and then I take it out and I wrap a floral pick around that. And then I'm just going to use that to stick it in to the grapevine. I'm going to wrap some floral tape around it. And if you're just joining me, we're making a wreath, a winter wreath. Just going to hold that right there until the glue dries. Yes, and then next month I'm going to do a Valentine's wreath. So if you could still, if I see a little bit of the floral wire sticking out right there, I'm just going to cover it up. I can cover it up with some moss. That'll look cute. Or you could put some greenery going over it. going to use the moss. If you want to find out more information about the Wreath Making of the Month Club, you could go to my blog, southerncharmwreaths.com/blog, and then shop, or wait till after this video and I'll post the link in the comments. But and then you can learn more about what's offered for the Wreath Making of the Month Club. I do a couple of videos in there, and I teach you the art of wreath making, just like I'm doing here, except for it's got, the video is a lot better, the quality of the video. The sound's better because it's professionally done. Where this is on my phone, and it's a little hard for you to see the details up close and that type of thing. All right. I just need a little bit more color. I like the lighter green on this right there. It was too dark. And maybe one more coming over here. And then I've got to figure out what I'm going to do about the other tail over here, the other ribbon tail. So this is what it looks like so far. You can see that I've just kept adding the greenery in, and I didn't stick it all underneath the bow. I had to bring some down to give the illusion that it was draped, even though it wasn't. That's really, really cute. All right, let's see, what else do I want to do to it? Got to figure out this bow right here, this ribbon. I might just let it hang short. And let's see. Maybe put more right there. I'm just gonna keep placing some of this greenery in. I wanted to get it a little bit fuller. You can put as much or as little as you want. There's really no right or wrong way. That's one thing I teach you in the club, is that this is your masterpiece, your work of art. You can't mess it up. And what's funny is that even if we all had the same materials, we would produce a different wreath, because we all have different, tastes and different styles, and it would just, everybody would come out with different, and I think that's what makes it very fun. We each have our own unique style. Do a little bit more right back there. See, do I want any coming in through the bow? That's what I'm wondering, if I want something coming through the bow. Maybe. Is everybody having a good start to their January? Are you having a good year so far? I still can't believe it's January. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to glue that in right there to the middle of the loops. Sometimes I like the greenery coming out into the middle of the bow. It just adds a lot of, you know, it looks more like it's from the garden, a little wild and untamed, and all right, so let's see if you have any questions. Oh, thank you, Jan. If you guys would do me a favor and share this, that would be awesome. That's like my tip jar when you guys share stuff with me. I mean, share my stuff with your friends and your family. It helps to get the word out. Plus, it puts the video on your newsfeed so you can find it if you want to go back to it. And then you see how I'm not putting it up, gluing up close to the bow. I'm gluing down below. It's given the illusion that it's all connected though. I think that's all that I have on that type of, here we go. Now you could add a monogram to this and it would look so cute. You know, you could do an initial right there. Probably need to pull off that price tag. But you could, you know, do a monogram right here, which would look real cute. I think I'm done though. I think that's it, you guys. I'm just gonna figure this part out right here. I'm scared. I'm scared if I cut it, I might not like it. So let me just think about this for a second. Yeah, I think it needs to be long. Wondering if I should put it in there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna attach it too. I'm gonna attach it just like I did the other one down here, so that it does, because if you don't, it's going to end up like that once the wind blows. Even though I curl it with my hand, you know, I could curl it like that, you know, and then once the wind blows, it'll be like that. So I'm thinking I'm going to just pin it up here. Right there. So we're just attaching a floral pick to that part of the ribbon that I pinched, and I'm going to put some florist wire on it. And the other thing that I need to do with this wreath is the back, because my neighbor has an all glass door. It's really good when your customers know that ahead of time and they can tell you so that you can prepare for it. You want to put, you know, something on the back to protect it. And I have went through and I pulled out some of my leftover silk flower leaves that I can use. Just going to see if I want that there. Now I'm going to put some hot glue on the pick. I'm going to hold the ribbon there just a little bit so it'll glue. The glue will stick with the ribbon. What do you guys think so far? How's it looking? Can you see? How many loops did you place in the bow? 3. 3, Phyllis. And just a little bit, I'm going to put some moss right there where I put the ribbon. So that hides the mechanics and it still looks very natural. So let me take a step back. That looks really cute. Now I'm looking at it, I'm wondering if I should put some more ribbon coming out the other side. I'm going to just do a little tail of a ribbon coming out of the other side. So I'm just going to pinch the end. I'm going to put the floral pick on the end. Never seen a floral pick. This is a wooden floral pick. Oh my gosh. I've got glue stuck to my finger. It's just a wooden pick and it's got a wire on the end of it. And you could use it to shore up the floral stems or use it like I'm doing right now to help it, you know, get something stiff on the end so that I could place it into the wreath. Or you can use them to extend the flower length if your flower needs, you know, to be longer. Now I need my glasses. Oh, my aging eyes. Okay, now I want the ribbon to go in between some of the greenery. So I'm just going to move it. Move some of the greenery around. Let's see. Yeah, that looks better. You guys think that looks better? So I added that right there. I think that looks cute. All right, let me just see one more thing. I know I sometimes get long-winded on these larger projects. But they take some time. What do you guys want to see me do Facebook Live videos of? What have y'all liked so far the most? Those that have tuned in. And do you know of something different I could do? Do you have any ideas that you want to see me do? Anything you want to learn? One of the things I was going to do is turn this into a flower arrangement. That's a candlestick. I've got it half off or 80% off or something off at one of this craft stores. But what do you guys think I should do more of? Rita, I'm doing the farmhouse wreath in my Wreath Making of the Month Club. So I won't be doing it here. Make sure that, you know those leaves that you get in your grapevine leaves? I mean in your grapevine wreath? The dead leaves? Usually, this one's pretty clean, but if there are some in there, you want to make sure you don't hot glue to that. Because that will fall out when the wind blows, and so will whatever you hot glue to it. So make sure you clean it up and you stick it to the wood. A flower arrangement, okay. That is not my specialty, flower arrangements, but I will give it a try for you. Something with spools, like sewing spools. Kristen? It's like centerpiece spiral wreath. Something with spools. Everyday wreath with a sign attached in the middle. Or a flip-flop summer wreath. Hard to hear. Will there be a replay? Yes, there will be a replay. If you can't hear me, it's probably because I'm mumbling. I keep forgetting I don't have my mic on. And I have to talk louder. So I've just added just a little bit more greenery on this side right here. Just to fill it in a little bit more. And then, so this would be considered an everyday wreath. But it, you know, that works for the winter. It actually could work through the spring. This is a great wreath. It actually would be year long. I guess that's why they call it every day. All right, so just gonna bend that with my hands, and I think I'm done. So I'm just going to show you guys how I clean up the back of this wreath real quick. Let me get all of my stuff out of the way on the table. Alright, so the back of it, here's the front. Tell me what you guys think. Give me a heart or a like if you like the front. I think it turned out real cute. But I'm turning it wrong. And then to clean up the back, you're going to trim the wooden picks or any of the picks that you have on here, you want to trim those short. And then if anybody's in the room, you might want to tell them to put on some goggles. Because these things tend to go flying everywhere. All right, so I'm just trimming it up to make sure that there are no picks that are sticking out real long on the back. And then I go through and I cut the grapevine. Any pieces that are like sticking out that might scratch the door, we want to trim that off. And then I'm going to get my leaves out. So these are just leftover leaves from like hydrangea bushes, any type of flower bush that I might have used all of the flowers on, and I didn't use the leaf. I save that for this one purpose right here. And that helps to ensure that I'm using every cent of product that I purchase. And remember, I don't know if you heard me because the video stopped, but my customer has a glass door. So I want to make sure that the back of the wreath looks really pretty from the back. Since people are going to see it, and I may not have enough leaves, but we'll see. Okay, so to do this, I'm just going to put some hot glue on the leaves and then stick them on. So you would put the hot glue on, and then just like this. And then just stick the leaf on the back. And it's hot, so you have to just tap it. And then you're going to go with the next leaf. I'm going to run out of glue. And put that right beside it. Ow. The wire cutters are greenly. You can find them in the electrical department of your home improvement store. I'll post a link too. You can purchase them on Amazon. But I love them. They've lasted for a long time. Christine, the hot glue works if you're, I use a high temperature glue so that it'll hold better. I've not heard of anyone having any problems, but it's high temperature. Terry, I have no idea what a puffy taco is. The grapevine is 18 inches. Thank you, Veronica, for that question. My glue gun is getting a workout tonight. It is working hard. And you see that I'm putting them all going in the same direction. And then there's some that need to be glued down just a little bit on the edges. Right there. Almost there. Maybe I'll have enough leaves. I'm not sure. I have to go digging in my box again. I have a big box of these leaves. You're welcome, Christine. What kind of mat do you have? I will post a link to that too. I purchased that one on Amazon and I can't remember the name of it. It's not on here. It's not written on there. But I liked it because it came with the like finger things to put on your fingers so that you could touch, you know, the hot glue. I'll post a link for that too. Oh, okay, so Tammy says she uses a silicone baking mat. That would work. I think it was like $20. It came with a few utensils, you know, or little other things that you could use for the hot glue. Come on, glue. Is there any way you could cover the entire back, not just the wreath? You mean you want to go cover the circle part? I don't think parchment paper will last outside.
Maybe for the glue gun.
Oh, parchment paper for the glue gun. Okay. It's hard to work and read a conversation and then you guys are having conversations amongst yourselves. Is your hand and wrist are getting a workout? Yep. All right, I think one more leaf and we'll be done.
Ask what kind of glue gun?
A Sure Bonder. All right, so let's see. So that's what we've got on the back. And then when my glue gun heats up a little bit more, I'll go like push that more to put the sides down just a little bit more. But that way it looks, you know, if you're looking at this on a screen door, it looks a lot better than the grapevine. Does that make sense? And then here's the front again. So there's the front. I hope you guys had fun with me in the wreath shop today. I want to thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a very blessed weekend, and happy wreathing. Don't forget to join my mailing list at southerncharmwreaths.com/blog. Bye.